Right now, there are thousands of marketing agencies doing exactly what they were doing 5 years ago. Same team, same workflows, same way of billing clients for hours of human labor. And most of them have no idea that the floor is about to drop out from under them. Here's what's actually happening. AI is commoditizing execution. The things agencies charge for, writing a blog post, pulling a performance report, building a paid ads brief, scheduling social content, those tasks are getting automated fast. Most agency owners see that and think it's a pricing problem. They think they need to charge more or niche down harder or hire better writers. That's the wrong diagnosis. The agencies that are going to absorb the market share, the ones that are going to come out of this period bigger with better margins and more clients, they're not solving a pricing problem. They're solving a throughput problem. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what that means, where the industry is actually going, and the three things that separate the agencies that survive from the ones that don't. If you're new here, welcome. I'm the founder of Dygentic. We design, build, and operate autonomous agentic systems for digital marketing agencies. Essentially, we build an infrastructure that lets agencies deliver more without growing their headcount to do it. I spend a lot of time inside agency delivery workflows. I've seen what breaks, I've seen what scales, and I want to share my honest take on where this industry is heading, because I don't think enough people are saying it plainly. So let's dive in. Framework number 1, the commoditization trap. The goal here is simple. Understand what's actually being threatened so you can stop defending the wrong thing. Most agency owners approach the AI conversation completely wrong. They say AI writing tools, and they think the threat is that clients will use AI instead of hiring an agency. That's better than nothing as a concern, but it completely misses what's really happening. Here's the thing. The actual threat isn't clients replacing agencies. It's agencies using AI as individual point tools, one for writing, one for ads, one for reporting, and getting the same marginal improvement everyone else gets. That's table stakes. That's not differentiation. What's being commoditized isn't your agency, it's the execution of isolated tasks. A client doesn't care that your writer now uses AI to draft faster. They care that their content is consistent, that reports arrive on time, that campaigns are being optimized, and that none of it requires them to chase your team for updates. The agencies in trouble are the ones selling access to human labor, because human labor for routine execution is getting cheaper every month. The agencies that survive are the ones selling a system, a coordinated, documented, repeatable operation that produces consistent output, regardless of who's doing the work. That's the shift, and most agencies haven't made it yet. Framework number 2, the throughput ceiling. The goal here is to identify the actual growth constraint, because it's not what most agency owners think it is. Most people approach agency scaling completely wrong. They hit a revenue ceiling and immediately think about hiring. They bring on another content writer, another account manager, another media buyer. That's better than nothing. You get more hands, but you also get more coordination overhead, more inconsistency, and more onboarding time and lower margins. What you actually want is more output without proportional headcount growth. That's throughput. And right now, most agencies have a throughput ceiling that hiring can't fix because the bottleneck isn't talent, it's workflow. And here's a step most people skip. Before you hire, map your delivery workflow, specifically how many hours per week does your team spend on tasks that don't require human judgment. I'm talking about pulling campaign performance data, formatting client reports, reformatting content from one format to another, building media briefs from templates, scheduling and publishing approved content. These are not creative tasks, these are execution tasks. And they are consuming somewhere between 40 and 60% of your team's time at most agencies I've looked at. That's your throughput ceiling. And it has nothing to do with how many people you have. The agencies that are scaling right now, the ones growing from 15 to 35 clients with the same core team, they've taken those execution tasks and systemized them. Not with individual tools, with a coordinated agentic system that runs a whole operation on a schedule, routes approvals to the right person, and produces consistent output across every client account simultaneously. That's what removes the ceiling, not headcount. Framework number 3, the 3 survival criteria. Now let's get specific. When I look at an agency after agency, the ones that come out of this period stronger have 3 things in common. Number 1, systemized execution. Their delivery doesn't depend on any individual person knowing what to do. It runs from a documented system. Every task has a clear trigger, a clear output, and a clear approval point before anything reaches a client. This is what makes an agency scalable, and critically, what makes it sellable if that's ever where you're heading. Number 2, human judgment position at the right level. Here's the thing, the agencies that survive aren't removing humans. They're repositioning them. Your best people should be making decisions, not pulling data. They should be interpreting results, not formatting spreadsheets. They should be building client relationships, not writing the same brief they wrote last month. When you systemize execution, you don't cut your team. You free them to do the work only humans can do. And that's where the client retention actually comes from. Number 3, they own their intelligence layer. This one is underrated. The agencies that build durable competitive advantage are the ones accumulating structured knowledge about their clients. Not just completing tasks, but building a living system of brand voices, guides, historical output logs, performance data, decision frameworks. It gets more precise with every campaign cycle. The intelligence layer is what competitors can't replicate quickly. It's what makes your output for a client in a month dramatically better than month 1. And it's what creates real switching costs, not just habit. And I want to be clear about one thing, because I think this gets misunderstood. None of this is about removing human judgment from agency work. It's about putting human judgment where it actually belongs. Strategy belongs to humans. Client relationships belong to humans. Interpreting nuanced performance data and deciding what it means for a specific brand, that belongs to humans. Creative direction belongs to humans. The future isn't agentic systems replacing agencies. It's agentic systems handling the execution pipeline consistently, accurately, and at scale, while your team focuses on the work that actually differentiates you. That's the balance that wins. So here's the biggest takeaway. The marketing agency model isn't dying. it's being restructured. And the restructuring is straightforward. Execution gets systemized, judgment gets elevated. The agencies that figure that out first, the ones that build systemized delivery, reposition their people, and accumulate a real intelligence layer, those are the agencies that absorb the clients from the ones that don't. Tell me in the comments which of the 3 survival criteria is your agency weakest on right now. For most of the agency owners I talk to, it's intelligence layer. They're completing tasks but not building anything. That compounds. Drop your answers below. And if you want to see exactly how an agentic system is built for a marketing agency, the architecture, the approval flows, the full setup, let me know in the comments below. I will see you in the next video.